Live from inside the Sweeney Center here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. About said Kansas City, Missouri, but that is not where we're at. Welcome in, joined by Titus, Holmes. I'm Zach Gunter here at the Summit League Women's Basketball Championships. We call 2 men's games back-to-back days. I'm a little bit distracted right now. Give me a good game. The Kansas City Roos are taking on the North Dakota State Bison. Tip-off just happened. The ball is in the Bison hands. Titus, how you feeling right now?
You know, I'm looking forward to this matchup with the Bison, who really like to get in their half-court sets.
They missed the first one, first shot, and a little layup. Lisa Thomas with the ball.
I'm looking for Kansas City to just push in transition and get easy, fast break points. That's how they take advantage in this game, Zach.
Now, our starters, a little bit interesting today as Kelby hits a three-point shot. Kelby Bannerman off the rip. I was telling you earlier, we were having lunch, and I said if Kelby can hit a few of those threes, this might be a real interesting game. Right off the start, there's a foul right there. I believe it's called on Bannerman.
It changes the whole perspective of the game, the whole dynamic, because she's now a dual threat. Not only can she be a dominant force in the paint, but she can pick and pop and knock down the three. It opens up so much for the Roos.
But that's the interesting thing that I was just about to mention. Instead of Zaire Harrell in the starting lineup, they have Kelby Bannerman. Now, the rest is the same. Imani and Alani Bennett, the twins out of Lee Summit. Then you got Elena Contreras, the sharpshooter, and Lisa Thomas, the point guard. As the Bison go inside, put up a little bit of a layup. Again, no good. Rebound, again, Lisa Thomas. That's actually Ilani Bennett. And here is Elena Contreras. Goes charge inside, step back three, drains it!
Now that is a tough step back, in and out, to create separation, then drains it with a contested three-point shot. You expect a lot from Elena, just like you expect a lot from Jamar.
Yeah, no, she is the Jamar Brown of the women's team. She gets all those points. And as another North Dakota State layup goes in and out. Another one goes over. They cannot find the bucket right now.
And the Roos finally
Lisa Thomas charging in, puts up a little bit of a shot, no good, but gets fouled.
That's what I'm talking about, pushing in transition early to increase their 6-0 lead. As she will head to the free throw line.
Now, Titus, I'm going to say right now, if those shots keep just not falling, I'm going to have a good time today.
Me too, Zach, and we're all here for a good time now, aren't we?
Lisa Thomas lined up to take that first shot. Bounces off.
Early, you can see the emphasis the Roos have been putting on the defensive end. Like you said, they missed multiple shots. The Roos are going straight up and just defending.
Second shot, good. She is, in fact, a 76.5% free throw shooter, so, you know, sometimes she misses, but not often. Here come the Bison charging down the court as there is number 40, Abby Krashwinski. Now that is, I can't see, but into 22, up to 2, no good. Rebound, Ilani Bennett.
I'm telling you, they're just going straight up with their hands, and
Lisa out to Imani Bennett, three-point, drains it! I'm having a good time right now here, Titus.
I don't know how you can, as the Roos have a 10-0 lead.
Keep that pressure going, keep scoring, you will. Oh, that should be a foul, yes. As I believe that was Imani Bennett, ran straight into Avery Conan.
As some of the bad kids for the Roos disagree, yelling at the rest, what are you talking about? But I, as you thought as well, I thought that was a pretty clear foul.
Can't just be bumping into someone that hard.
Fouls on the floor. As number 24, Abby Schultz will inbound the ball for the Bison.
As it looks like there is another foul on the inbound. Ilani Bennett will pick up her first. That's 3 fouls on the Roos early. That's not great. 7:41 left in this first quarter. You could be seeing the Bison in the bonus early.
It is early, and it's only quarters. The Bison insisting on feeding the ball to the post, but right now it's just not working.
It is not working as the ball goes out of bounds, but does stay with the Bison.
Kansas City really compacting that paint, making it very difficult for the Bison to establish any type of offense or any rhythm early in this game, Zach.
Number 1, Molly Lenz out to Abby Krashwinski, out to Abby Schulte. Inside, that's Abby Draper. There's a lot of Abbies on this team, I won't lie to you. Draper with the ball going into the post. Almost gets it stolen. As another shot, and this time it's goes out of bounds. Ball goes to the Roos. Finally, the Roos get it back. That felt like just a Bison possession right there.
She was too far out of the basket, tries to go up, but just throws it right underneath the backboard. They didn't even hit the rim.
Lisa Thomas now. Now, I will say, I've watched a lot more of this women's team this season than I have the men's team, regardless of the fact the two that we've called most recently were men's games. This is the first game that the Roos have played in 6 days, as there's a mid-range shot drains by Elena Contreras, who has 5 early points.
Elena Contreras' game is so crafty. Doing a tween, and to create separation with a little bump to elevate and then knock down the tough mid-range shot. She works on her game, and you can just tell.
Lisa Thomas gets shoved to the ground on the inbound, no foul called. As there is Avery Conan, puts up a shot. There's the first points of the game.
Finally gets a layup to go in. They missed about at least 7 of easy layups.
Here's Imani Bennett inside to Ilani, the twins, and not a thing is missing for the Roos right now.
Nothing. They are clicking on all cylinders on offense and defense. Still
Draper again. That's not Draper. That is Conan. Puts up a shot, and it's good.
The Roos in that half-court press with a 3 in the front court, 2 in the back court.
Now, I mean, it's a 14-4 lead, so I'm not complaining.
Not at all. A 10-point. Any lead is a lead, especially at the Division I level.
Kelby Bannerman with a wide-open 3. This time it doesn't fall. That's first missed shot by the Roos. But a rebound by Ilani goes in. So, 6 for 7 ain't that bad of a field goal shot. You will take that all day, every day.
All
24
day.
Goes up, blocked. Abby Schulte's shot just gets blocked right out of bounds. I couldn't tell who blocked it. We'll find. That was Kelby Bannerman.
Kelby Bannerman, I'm telling you, she's having a dominant performance so far. Not only the offensive end, but the presence. She's going straight up every time and allowing those Bison women's players to not have an impact on this game, Zach.
And that is Imani checking out in place of Ana Oliveras Diaz. Here's Schulte. That's, I believe, actually Conan. Shot goes off the rim. Rebound by the Roos. Here's Lisa Thomas taking it deep inside. Once pass it out. Here's Tamia Ugas, Ana Oliveira Diaz. Diaz running the point right now. Checking out everything. Passes out to Lisa. Lisa puts it up. No good. Rebound to the Bison.
You like seeing Lisa
get first defensive rebound.
You like getting Lisa get into the paint, but instead of going for a shot over contested, you like to see her penetrate and kick to other offenders next time.
Claire Stern. That was actually Abby Krashwinski for 3 there. Stern passed it out to Krashwinski.
First 3 for the Bisons tonight.
That is very true. Can't let them get hot. DS with the ball.
I like what I'm seeing from the Roos in their half court, really just getting comfortable and setting up, not forcing any shots.
Inside to Tamia, the big, puts it up, gets fouled and one.
Dominant force. Getting it, not automatically taking a dribble, then surrounding herself, going up, finishing through contact, count it, and the basket. We'll be with you guys after this timeout. She could be back to shoot the free throw.
4:24 left in the half. We'll be right back. Back here in Sioux Falls, as the Roos have an 18-7 lead midway through the first quarter, Titus. I don't think we've seen 18 points scored in the first 10 minutes, let alone 5 minutes in a while, especially considering we've been watching that poor offense by the men's team.
Different aspects for the women's, though. You like to see them not just being one ball minded, just spreading the ball and then having an emphasis on the defensive side of the ball as well to create offensive opportunities.
Tamia Ugas at the line, shooting one. Makes it. 19-7, 12-point lead. Now, one thing we noticed when we took a look at the stat sheet is Ilani Bennett, number 2 for the Roos, already has 4 rebounds and 4 points. She is on double-double watch, not even midway through the first quarter.
You could expect a lot to see the rest of this night. Like you said, it's early in the first quarter with 4 minutes left to go.
As there is Kwaszwinski with the ball right now. Imani Bennett guarding. Out to Avery Conan. Conan puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by 11. That's Claire Stern, puts it up and good. If the Roos could crest 20 before the Bison even crest 10, I'd say that's a pretty big win right there.
I'd agree.
Lisa almost loses the ball, but gets it out to Tamia Ugas. Back to Lisa. Goes inside, passes out to Imani Bennett, who also goes inside, puts up a nice mid-range shot, and it falls.
Just like that. You like Lisa penetrating to kick out for the easy jump shot mid-range.
Claire Stern with the ball right now. I'm not sure how that's not a foul by Avery Conan, but she gets 2.
Avery Conan being very aggressive in this game, not making making shots early, but not shying away with any confidence to continue in this game, making an impact.
It is a 21-11, 10-point lead for the Roos. Lisa Thomas calling the offense right now, getting everything set up. 13 on the shot clock, gets stolen on a pass. I believe that was supposed to be to Ilani Bennett. Goes up, and the lead is down to double digits for the first time since I believe it was 8-0.
You're right. As the Roos want to get back to their normal scheduled offense.
Ilani Bennett goes up, gets blocked. Tamia Ugas with the rebound. Tamia puts up a shot, no good. And there is a foul. I believe that's going to be on Avery Conan. Yep, that is on 22. Kelby Bannerman and Elena Contreras check back in for the Roos. And that's one thing. You get Elena Contreras off the floor. Of course, she needs to rest, but you get her off the floor, a lot of points go away for the Roos.
And they do. So when you have to see what other players step up as her time is off the court. Because when she gets on the court, you know she's going to put on the show. But when she's off of it, who else is going to step up on the team?
Should usually be Ilani Bennett, but that's 2 points there from the free throw line, essentially, for Kelby Bannerman. No one was around her. It basically was just a free throw.
It basically was an easy mid-range shot. 2 points is 2 points, Zach.
Foul on the Roos. I believe that's going to be on Elena Contreras as Conan was going up for 2 points. I'm sorry, that wasn't Conan. I think that was actually Marissa Frost.
Marissa Frost.
No, it was 24. It was Abby Schulte.
As she prepares to shoot these free throws, what do you think the Roos can capitalize on and to continue increasing this lead?
Just keep making them miss baskets.
Okay.
As that first free throw goes off. Second free throw's off too. 2 free points gone. As there's another shot blocked by the Roos. 23-13 lead for the Roos, 10-point lead with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left as the Bison are set to inbound the ball. Do so successfully. Abby Schulte out to Marissa Frost. Frost looking out to Draper. Draper to 11, no good, and that is out of bounds off of the Bison.
The Bison
11 being Claire Stern.
Really struggling to put the ball on the rim. It's
hey,
like a lid
I'm
on
not
the basket.
complaining.
Not at all. I'm just saying they've missed so many easy layups.
They are 6 for 17 right now.
And that just shows why they're in a 10-point deficit.
1 of 1 from 3, so that is, 6 of 18. So that is 5 of 17 from inside. As Ana Oliviera Diaz gets blocked. A lot of defense in this game so far. Here is Contreras guarding Frost. Frost goes out, passes inside to Draper. Draper puts up a shot and it falls.
Roos, you want to keep putting your foot on the gas. You don't want to take any breaks because at any moment this Bison team can catch fire, not only from downtown, but from in the paint as well.
That's absolutely true. Here's Diaz taking the ball out to Zaire Harrell. Harrell out to Imani Bennett. Imani looking to find a lane inside, puts up a mid-range shot, no good. Rebound by the Bison.
Tough shot, though. She created enough space, got the separation. She just didn't knock it down.
That is exactly what happened there. Here is Schulte. Schulte out to Krishwinski. Krishwinski passes inside, and they travel.
Kelly really having a dominant presence, making her opposing defenders uncomfortable on both ends of the floor, knocking down the mid-range, and then coming back, going straight up and not fouling on the defensive end.
She's 2 of 3 from the floor, but it just has an absolutely insane presence on defense, too. 2 blocks already in 6 minutes.
Racking up the blocks like shoes on a shoe rack.
Lisa Thomas looking for someone to pass to. Can't find anybody. Passes out to Bennett. Imani, that is. Imani goes inside, passes out to her sister, Ilani. Ilani to Kelby. Kelby goes inside, tries to put up a little hook shot. Wow, how'd that go in?
Through the contact, Zach. You like to see her finishing as a stronger, aggressive.
22 seconds left in this first quarter. What will the Bison do with their last possession?
Big stop here to end the quarter. The Roos have a 10-point lead with just under 15 seconds left to go. And an offensive foul on the Bison as the Roos bench gets hype as they have all the momentum in the world right now in this first quarter.
That's excitement right there. Everybody was cheering.
Gotta love the energy.
12.4 seconds. That is Elena Contreras with the ball right now. What will she do with her last 8 seconds? She's got to be the one to put it up,
I think it's ISO time. Watch out. Oh, let her cook.
She's going inside. Puts it up with 2 seconds left. No good. Kelby with the rebound. No. And that's a foul. That will be the 5th foul for the Bison with 0.8 seconds left. And so that's the bonus for now for the Roos. So 2 shots for Kelby Bannerman.
Kelby Bannerman having a great first quarter on both ends of the floor, Zach.
As Ilani and Ilani and Elena get some rest here as Kelby shoots. First one's good. Second, in. 0.8 seconds left. You just got to heave at this point, right?
Don't even.
Prayer.
Not even close.
Way short. So, Roos in the first quarter with a 12-point lead after getting out to a 12-0 start. It's 27-15. Titus, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. That's a great way to initiate the work you've put in. Like you said, they had a 6-day layoff, so when they came on the court, they put everything that had worked into practice into play right here. You can see as they have a 12-point lead.
3 quarters of play left to go. 30 minutes of play left to go. We'll be right back right after this quarter break. back here right before the start of the second quarter. Roos are leading by 12, 27-15. Titus, what did you notice in that first quarter?
Really, Kelby Bannerman with the impact. First knocking down multiple threes and knocking down the mid-range, but going straight up with their hands and causing the Bison offense to struggle with the layups.
Kelby is inside right now as we start the second quarter. Pushes out to Ilani Bennett, who gets her 6th point.
And now Kelby is assisting. Talking about having a dominant impact on the game, almost like a Nikola Jokic effect.
I'm sure she'd love that comp to Nikola Jokic there.
That is kind of wild. That is a kind of wild take, but she's having a great game tonight.
There is a ball pushed out of bounds off of Ilani Bennett as Molly Lynn's put up a shot that bounced off the back of the rim. I'm not so sure that I didn't have the perspective that ref had, but I don't know. Looking to get the ball out, and it is stolen by Ilani Bennett. Now Lisa Thomas with the ball. That is defense right there.
Defense impacting to offense. Let's see how they capitalize after the steal.
Ilani out to Elena Contreras. Contreras as Bannerman's waving for the ball. Lisa looking back out to Elena. Elena goes inside, does a little spin move, puts up mid-range, no good.
Tough spin.
Almost rebounded there by Ilani, but it's instead rebounded by Kelby and one.
They caught a charge on her.
Oh.
Tough call, but you like the aggression by Kelby. I think she's picking up her second foul as she heads to the bench.
That is true. That is her second foul. That is unfortunate, but hey, that's just the way the ball rolls sometimes.
How the ball rolls as the Roos still have a 14-point lead with just under 9 minutes in the second quarter.
All right, now the Bison charging down the court. That is Marissa Frost with the ball. Frost looking to go inside, out to Molly Lenz, into Avery Conan. Conan with the ball, trying to put up a little, they call it travel on her as she was looking to put up a little bit of a layup, but didn't, as the band is loving that.
That's Avery's second time traveling. She's really trying to force things at this point because things aren't going her way. Hopefully you can see her calming things down and just finding the open three.
Lisa going with the point again. Looking to her coach for some guidance there as Deanna Jackson-Jarrett in her 3rd season leading this team. Tamia Ugas now with the ball as Kelby is on the bench. Tamia putting up a nice mid-range. Oh!
Great pass by Contreras off the screen. Just pick and pop, work to perfection.
Now at some point, maybe during the break, as a steal by the Roos here, ball thought that went out of bounds on the Bison, but they call it out on the Roos, so that's just what it
thought
is.
Elena was going to backdoor after the steal, but a miscommunication as the Roos still in this man trap press, half court, 3 in the front, 2 in the half.
Krishwinski with the ball out to Lenz. Lenz to Frost. Frost looking to go inside.
You see the
loses the ball.
Roos continue to go under the screens, really allowing the Bison to shoot threes, and they just aren't falling for it. As the Roos now have a 16-point lead, 31-15.
This is very, very different from the last game of the regular season against North Dakota, where they were down by 20 at half.
Exactly. And what emphasis do you think they made, Zach? What changes?
Oh, don't get in a deficit. I wish I knew what was going on in that locker room. As Tamia puts up a shot, no good. Ball rebounded by the Bison. Here goes Frost charging down the court. Frost wants it all, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Contreras.
The Roos are doing a great job on defending, not fouling. As Contreras take a pull-up 3.
Oh, if that had fallen, I would have screamed. There is a foul, I believe, called on number 40? I believe Krishwinski, maybe? Contreras coming off the court as Lisa Thomas will be at the line. Thomas is first. Bounces off the back of the iron. At some point, I do want to talk about 2 seasons ago with this team. Very different from now. Probably talk about that during the break. It's Thomas' second. Also no good. Rebounded by the Bison. That's, again, 2 points wasted. You can't miss both of them, let alone one.
No, you want to continue to increase this lead as much as possible.
Here goes Conan. Conan puts it up. Falls.
For those reasons, just
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
that's Schulte.
The Roos, the Bison, sometimes just stampede down the court and just take no passes, just go straight to the rim. They can score any moment.
Now, I do want to say these punts are a little bit unintentional. I don't mean to, at least. I don't know about you.
I tried that one. Bison stampeding. I thought that was a good one.
Oh, man. The ball just ain't falling right now for the Roos here in the second quarter.
It's all about a game of runs. Let's see how they can, even though they're missing shots on offense, how much they apply pressure on defense.
Here is number 10, Abby Graham with the ball. Goes up, puts one up, no good. Rebounded by Lisa Thomas. They're going to call a jump ball on that one. Possession goes to the Bison.
Great hustle for the jump ball. As Contreras checks back into the game, just getting a quick breather.
You know, sometimes you need those. I mean, you know better than me.
You do. It goes unnoticed how much you run up and down.
Lisa trying to steal doesn't work. Here is Graham again with the ball for the Bison. As this time it is stolen.
Steal.
Nice to Mia Ugas. Goes out to Elena Contreras as she's, you think she's running the point right now?
Who?
Contreras?
Yes. It's ISO time, Zach.
She goes inside, puts one up. No good, but the rebound goes to Ilani Bennett as a foul is called on number 10, I believe. That would be Abby Graham. The band is excited right now.
As always. I don't know if they want to be as loud as possible or they just want to be heard, but they're making noise, I can tell you that.
Hey, they were making noise last night down 20, or down 19, but Ilani's first free throw goes in, 32-17. Second, also true.
Knocking down her second, she now leads all scorers with 8 at the end of, with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
You asked me who the leading scorer would be today, as there is another steal, this time by Ana Olivia Diaz. Inside to Ilani, who puts up a hook shot for 2. Time out, Bison.
Roos playing with extreme confidence and excitement as the bench gets hyped after the Bison call a timeout, Zach.
I don't know, was this a 30-second or a media? Well, it's a media, so we will, you know what, we're going to stick around here for a little bit. I want to talk about 2 seasons ago, because that was just a special, special season for the Roos. 2 seasons ago, the Roos, last season, they lost in the first game of the Summit League tournament versus Omaha. They made the quarterfinals in 2023 with only 7 players going into it. One of those players, Tamia Ugas. So, of all of the team that remains here right now, the only one was Tamia Ugas. And she's having a day today.
Oh, isn't she? Not only with multiple steals, but the presence, the force.
Now we will end up taking a little bit of a short break. We just got the stats for this one. Kind of want to look over those. So we'll be right back right after this. Back here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. I'm Zach Gunter, joined by Titus Holmes, as I am spending some time gushing over Ilani Bennett's stat line right now. As the Bison are charging down the court, I do want to read this off to you. Ilani Bennett has played 13 minutes, is 4 of 5 from the field, 2 for 2 as a shot goes off the back of the iron for the Bison. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 5 total rebounds, 3 fouls drawn, 10 total points, a steal, and a plus minus of 20 as Tamia Ugas gets 2. It is a 20-point game, Titus.
Too big, too dominant. The Roos are, since the tip, have exerted their dominance tonight.
All right, here's Abby Schulte out to Conan. Conan tries to get it back in. Here's Frost, who does get it back in. They're going to call a jump ball this time. Possession, Roos. Force those turnovers, Titus.
And this continues to happen. After they get those turnovers, they don't just settle the half court. They push all the way. That then leads to either a transition bucket or a transition foul that leads to 2 free throws.
4:42 left before halftime as Ilani Bennett will inbound to Oliviera Diaz. Diaz to Elena Contreras. Contreras back to Diaz.
Would you have said at the beginning of this game we would have a 20-point advantage?
No, at no point did I think it would be this big. Here is Imani Bennett. Imani. What they call an offensive foul or a travel?
I believe a 3-second violation. Offensive 3 seconds on Tamia.
All right, regardless, the ball goes back to the Bison. Turnovers turn into turnovers. Here's Marissa Frost. Frost being guarded by Diaz. Diaz, if Frost loses the ball, they're going to call it out on the Roos.
Great help
The band
defense.
is not a fan of that, but
I'm kind of with the man. I thought that was off her knee.
no good. Rebound by the Bison.
Good aggressiveness by Tamia.
No good. Rebound by the Bison.
Good aggressiveness by Tamia.
This defensive pressure by the Roos just continues to force turnovers.
It's just making the whole Bison team uncomfortable. They're just not comfortable taking any threes, and they're just trying to force touches in the paint, but it's too congested.
Honestly, I can't tell you what I'm seeing right now. I'm just seeing good basketball by the Roos.
Very good.
Good, clean basketball.
On all
fouls right
levels.
now. I mean, fouls in this half, it's 2-1, 2 for the Bison. So it's been a clean. I'm sorry, not half, quarter. It's been a clean quarter for the whistles all around.
It has, letting the players play freely.
Diaz out to Ilani. Ilani back to Diaz to Elena. Contreras looking, finds an open. No, that was blocked. Imani Bennett's three-point shot was blocked, but a foul was drawn. I can't tell who the foul was.
And that possession, it looks like the Bison switched up from man to zone, really testing the Roos to see how they can adjust and change their scoring subjects.
I'm thinking that foul was on Conan. I'm not sure, though. Regardless, it's Roos' ball as Contreras tries to put up a little touch shot. Doesn't work. She just caught that and put it up. As Frost loses the ball, again stripped. Diaz passes in, loses the ball. Travel on the Roos. That was just a mess of bodies down there at that end.
Head coach for the Roos begging them to slow down in transition.
They should slow down in transition.
Yeah, they're up 20. But you want to always push the tempo, but at sometimes you don't want to force a bad
Diaz
decision.
comes out of the game in place of Lisa Thomas. Marissa Frost back to Frost, who takes a three, no good. Rebound by Lonnie. Lonnie is just getting those stats.
Dominating.
Man.
Exactly why they have a 20-point margin lead.
I would like to note that Chancellor Molly Agrawal for UMKC and Athletic Director Dr. Brandon Martin for Kansas City Athletics are in attendance. They have to be happy with what they're seeing, except for that poor shot there by Funmia Mode, who I didn't even know checked in. Quite honestly, I don't know how many minutes I've seen from her this season. As there is a foul against Lisa Thomas.
At least just being a little bit over-aggressive, trying to get over the screen.
I do want to check what Funmi Mode's average. She averages 6.2 minutes per game in 20 games, starting one.
Well, speaking of her, she just checked out, and Tamia checked back in for her.
Well, here is Frost with the ball for the Bison. Draper out to 24. Draper back with the ball. Passes out to Claire Stern, who missed the shot. It's a lid on the bucket again for the Bison, but they draw a foul against. Was that UGAS who got the foul?
It was UGAS, but UGAS went straight up on 3 possessions beforehand. I think the refs just got a little tired of the Bison rebounding.
Well, like I said, we can't control that, so.
But the refs can. Told you.
They're just out there doing their best.
Sure.
First one off.
She misses the first as the bench heads do it again. Wants her to miss the second one.
Second free throw. True. That was their first points in 4 minutes and 51 seconds.
Bison coming out in a 2-2-1 trap half court as they go back into a 2-3 zone, testing the Roos' ability to knock down open shots.
Lisa with the ball right now. Thomas out to Imani. Mani out to Lonnie. Lonnie back to Mani. Mani puts up a shot, and it's finally in.
Tough shots.
That ends a 3-minute scoring drought for the Roos. So I would like to say there was a 3-minute scoring drought for both teams. So that was a little bit doling of the excitement, but rebound there for Lonnie Bennett. Ilani to Lisa, and they are charging down the court. They got to slow it down. Lisa to Imani. Imani gets fouled. No. You know what that call is?
On the floor. Foul on the floor as she was dribbling.
Well, it was a foul on the Bison as the Roos retain possession.
Lisa Thomas to inbound the ball for the Roos.
Ilani checks out after putting up a phenomenal first half. 1 minute, 6 seconds remain as there is a foul on the Roos on the inbound. I would like to just read over Ilani Bennett's stat line for this half. 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting and two free throws, 7 rebounds, a steal, and a plus-minus of 23 in 17 minutes.
Talk about first half stats.
As there is a near steal, an actual steal this time. A near steal by Elena Contreras, and then a steal by Lisa Thomas, as here is Zaire Harrell set to inbound the ball as there was a foul on the steal.
That Rue ball pressure.
Kelby is enjoying this.
Rue ball's pressure is really having an effect, not only in the press, but in the half court as well. When they try to set the offense, they're just getting all steals from all levels on the court tonight.
Right now on the court, we have, for the final 57.7 seconds, Elena Contreras, Zaire Harrell, Lisa Thomas, Ana Olivia Diaz, and Tamia Uyas. Now, I don't know if one of them could check out in the final 57.7 seconds, but that's what we got right now. A little bit of conversation between head coach Gianna Jackson-Durrett and one of the officials. As the inbound is successful to Lisa Thomas, there was no resistance to that at all. As Lisa is draining some clock right now. 20 seconds on the shot clock, passes out to Ana Olivia Diaz, who passes in to, ends up back with Ana, who puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by Lisa Thomas. Here is Contreras with the ball.
Great hustle by Tamia to even tap that ball to keep the possession alive.
Yes, absolutely.
As they try to feed her in the post.
6-5 on the shot clock into Tamia Ugas. Oh, well, barely got that one off. Zaire did, but
10 seconds left to go. I think
10
it's time for
seconds.
Alina Contreras to cook.
If Contreras could get a final second three-pointer or even, yep, there's the three-pointer. No good, no good. So there's now a jump ball called possession in favor of the Roos with 0.2 seconds left. What do you even try to shoot here?
Nah, you have a good lead.
You got a 21-point lead. Just go into half, I say.
Actually, the Bison's ball.
Oh, Bison ball. That arrow must have just updated. No shot taken by the Bison. 21-point lead at half for the Roos. 39-18. Not even 20 points in the first half. The Roos are cooking, Titus.
They are on all cylinders. Offense, defense, fast breaks, you name it, Zach, they're winning it.
Any last words before we go to break?
We'll be back to talk to you about the second half.
We'll take about a 13-minute break, and we'll be right back. Back with you here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm Zach Gunter, joined by Titus Holmes. We are here for the Women's Basketball Championships for the Summit League as the Roos are taking on the North Dakota State Bison. Now, right now, at half, with just about a minute 40 left, the Roos are up not just 21, but they're up 39-18. 18 points.
Big time, Zach, big time.
Now, what I didn't notice as we were going to break, the Bison only scored 3 points in the second quarter.
And I'm going to give you some names for you that have the most biggest impact on why the Bison only have 3 points in that quarter. Kelby Bennerman, Tamia Ugas. Those two forces in the paint have caused so much trouble for the Bison. I don't think they're even comfortable driving in the paint anymore. It's so congested. They cause so much havoc down there. It's ruining their whole momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
Now, I do want to bring up the first game that the Roos played against the Bison. This was in Sweeney Center, right? Back in Kansas City, back home. The game was actually really close until the fourth quarter when the Bison only scored 4 points. So, is that the quarter? It ends the season of the Bison? Well, there's still 20 minutes of play left, so we can't say for sure just yet, but that's pretty painful.
That is. And that's why there's 4 quarters to tell the time in this game. 2 more quarters to see who will be moving on to the next tournament round.
Now let's take a look at some team highs, right? Right now for NDSU's points is Avery Conan with 6. For the Roos, it's someone I didn't quite expect. Ilani Bennett has 10. And then as far as rebounds, it's again Ilani Bennett for the Roos with 7. She's on high alert double-double watch. And if she doesn't get 3 rebounds in the next 20 minutes, I'll be shocked.
And I kept emphasizing Kelby Bennerman and Tamia Ugas on the defensive side of the ball, but man, has Ilana has impacted on the offensive side of the ball with consistent rebounding and then just easy layups, finishing through contact and capitalizing at the free throw line.
All right, on the court for the Roos is Kelby Bannerman, Elena Contreras, Imani Bennett, Ilani Bennett, and Lisa Thomas. That's your starting 5, also starting in the second half.
Look like the Bison are still going to try this 2-3 zone.
Here's Imani out to Elena. Oh, blocked. Elena's pass was stolen by number 24 there, who's rushing in, and there was a jump ball called. Possession goes to NDSU. Abby Schulte stole that pass, went charging down, tried to get to the net and didn't.
She stole it from Elena. Elena got the ball back for the jump ball. Unfortunately, it was the Bison's possession.
That there is Molly Lenz about to inbound and does so successfully. And the first points are an and 1 for the Bison.
I'm telling you, Zach, there's 4 quarters for a reason. And with that bucket, that just gives the Bison a lot of confidence going in.
Interestingly enough, this one shot has the chance to tie the Bison entire second quarter score, and does so. So here, 22 seconds into the second half, I think they're going to score more in the third than they did in the second. Here is Imani Bennett. Imani going in, puts up a nice little shot over powered. There is out of bounds off of Ilani Bennett. And right now, momentum shifting back to the Bison.
And shifting very fast, Zach, with that miss. As the Roos get back into the half-court press.
Abby Schulte inbounding does so to Molly Lenz. Lenz back out to Krishwinski. Winsky back to Lenz. Back to Schulte. Schulte looking for a path. No. Out of bounds. Possession, Bison.
You like seeing Elena being in the gaps, just being active as she's been all game.
Yes, sir. Those types of steals and little almost steals, those get in the head of the opposing team.
They do. Like, it gets in their head and loses their confidence.
Conan passes out to Schulte. Schulte puts up a shot too hard. Another foul. This one, again, a shooting foul on the Roos.
You hope the refs don't feel the need to get into a foul calling matchup. You want to let them play just like they've been doing in the first half. That was a questionable call there.
The refs really let him play there in the second quarter. Kelby Bannerman's already checked out.
Tamia Ugas coming back in for
her. She, in fact, did not make it.
As the Van chants.
As they now chant, do it again. Kelby's got 3 personal fouls now, so she's probably going to be on the bench for a little bit. Hopefully, she does do it again. The rebound goes to Imani Bennett. All right, so we got Lisa Thomas here at the top of the key, out to Elena Contreras. She has had a relatively quiet game for herself. It's Imani Bennett out to Lisa again. Lisa passes out into Tamia, and Elena drains a 3.
Nothing but net as Tamia passes to her. Catch and shoot in rhythm. Doesn't get any easier than that. Great shot.
That's only her 8th point of the game, but she's still been a presence. There as Lisa Thomas gets called for a foul after nearly stealing the ball.
Elena being in the gaps again. Unfortunately, she got called for the foul, but that was her 2nd time being in the gaps and just being aware of the ball is.
Marissa Frost now with the ball for the Bison.
Roos still going under every single screen, not afraid of the Bison to shoot.
Draper tried to put up a little layup there, but did not land. Now Lisa out to Imani, out to Lonnie. Lisa again going inside, passes out to Tamia. Nice little mid-range shot, no dice. Rebound almost there by Imani Bennett, but no, it goes out of bounds off of her.
Great hustle for the Roos.
Elena almost got a hand on that inbound pass, but no. Molly Lenz now back out to Krashwinski, back to Lenz. Lenz with the ball. The defense for the Roos today has just been stellar as there is a missed 3-point shot. Rebound, who else? Ilani Bennett.
Ilani Bennett, 2 away from a double-double now.
Here is Elena Contreras, takes another 3, no. That one was off the front, just a little too little juice on that. Krashwinski passes into Frost. Frost looking for a lane, no good. Rebound Roos. Lisa Thomas here.
Roos still with a 21-point lead, 42-21, just controlling the game. Not forcing any shots, but just really setting up their offense and being in control of it. Great coaching today.
Ana Olivia Diaz looks to check in. Here's Tamia Ugas, who travels. Yes, that was quite obvious even to me.
Yeah, it was.
Olivia Diaz checks in for Imani Bennett, surprisingly enough, instead of Lisa Thomas. But I trust the coach. With the 21-point lead, I trust the coach.
Gots to.
No dice on that and 1. I believe it's going to be 2 for. Yes, there was a foul on Tamia Ugas, so it's going to be 2 shots for the Bison. Marissa Frost.
Tamia needs to be careful. She does not want to pick up her 3rd, as Kelby also has her 3rd. So you want to just play it smart, play it safe.
The men also got in a similar situation as Marissa Frost's first shot is good. Last night, both Josh EJ and starting big Melvin Abankali got in foul trouble, and that really messed up the game. Here is Elena Contreras with the ball. Back onto the women's side. Passes to Lisa Thomas.
And this 2-3 really just slowing down the whole tempo of the game that the Bison are in. Really allowing the Roos to just flow in their ball movement, hit the inside post to kick back out.
And 1 for Tamia Ugas. The bench loves that. That was a beautiful pass by Lisa Thomas. Beautiful shot by Tamia Ugas, and now she's going to, no, that's Diaz at the line.
Great pass from Lisa. To thread the
Wait,
needle.
No, that's not even, that's Lonnie. Apparently, I don't know what's going on, Titus.
Come on, Zach. If you're going to be here, you got to lock in.
I got to lock in, bro.
Not on this play.
Her Lonnie's free throw attempt is no good, but hey, 2 points is 2 points. Can't beg for a 3rd. Here is Krashwinski with the ball for the Bison at their end of the court. Puts up an interesting shot, and it falls right into the arms of Tamia Ugas. Ball stays with the Roos after an out-of-bounds call. Yes, the score is 44-23. The Roos are leading by 21 still. 6 minutes almost exactly left in this third quarter. So there's a pass in, a little too strong attempt to Tamia Ugas. Out of bounds, possession, Bison. Molly Lenz with the ball. Marissa Frost had the ball. Molly Lenz too strong of an attempt by Claire Stern. Rebound by the Roos. Ilani still needs 2 rebounds for a double-double.
She still has a quarter and some change to do it.
Yes, sir, she does. Here's Imani Bennett, her sister, both from Lee Summit, Missouri. Not too far from UMKC itself. Here's Lisa Thomas as Ilani tips the ball out of bounds.
They say ball is out on the Roos. Well, that's very questionable, as it will be Bison ball.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on questioning those calls earlier because sitting right next to you was a pretty high-ranked member of the Summit League.
I was wondering who he was. What's his rank?
I don't know where he is, but he's the one who orchestrates the press conferences. So I wasn't too keen on questioning those officials then, but that was a pretty questionable out-of-bounds call. Here is the Bison foul on the Roos. Number 0 looks like.
Much more aggressive officiating from the officials this second half.
Well, a quote that I once got from head coach of the men's team, Marvin Menzies, was, halftime, we make adjustments, so do the refs.
Very true, very true.
So, Abby Schulte's at the line shooting 2. First one is off. Second shot, also off. The band chanting SpongeBob SquarePants.
Band is 101 for the Roos. Hilarious.
All right, here's Diaz now. Out to Zaire Harrell. Harrell to Diaz. Diaz launches the ball out of bounds, but it does stay with the Roos. As we have reached the under 5-minute timeout, midway through the third quarter, the Roos are leading still by 21, 44-23. We'll be right back right after this. Back with you here at the Denny Sanford Premier Center as the Roos are up 21-44-23 with 4:42 left in the half. Or I'm sorry, in the quarter. Now the Bison are in the bonus. 5 fouls called against the Roos, only 1 called against the Bison. But I mean, it's a 21-point lead with just over 14 minutes left in the game. As the Roos nearly steal the ball away. Wait, were the Roos inbounding that?
Yes, the Roos were inbounding that.
Never mind. That was just a terrible, terrible play on the other hand. All right, so the Roos get the ball back on a on a poor inbound. This time it is successful as Elena Contreras with the ball now.
Surprising with only 8 points in this game.
You know what else is surprising?
What's that?
I can actually hear you. As Tamia Ugas lays one in. It is now 46-23. Yeah, last night during the Omaha game, he and I could barely hear that we got that fixed, as there is a 3-point shot drained by Abby Draper.
Cutting the lead down to 20 points as the Roos lead 46-26. Really slowing the tempo of this game. This zone, as they just made it higher. Instead of being at the 3-point line, the 2-3, they moved it up to near the logo.
Here is Alani Bennett back out to Lisa Thomas. Lisa passes to Elena Contreras, who is double teamed.
Oh, what a pass.
I'm sorry, not Lisa. That is Alani Bennett. Laying one up and in and one.
Contreras with a terrific dime from the top of the key down to the paint on a rope that leads to that's an and one.
You asked me before the game, as I adjust my mic, you asked me before the game, who's going to be the leading scorer for the Roos? I would not have said Alani Bennett.
I would have not either. But you love the performance you're having, being very dominant, and it's been all game long.
Oh, wow. She misses the free throw. And Tamia Ugas nearly gathered the rebound, but it ends up going out of bounds. Possession goes to the Bison. Marissa Frost now with the ball for the Bison. Out to Claire Stern. Stern to Frost. Frost goes inside, doesn't even try to lay one up, almost loses the ball, gets the ball back. What am I looking at, Titus?
Some aggressive defense, Zach. The Roos are moving around scrapingly like squirrels looking for a nut. They can't be stopped.
I can't explain that. It's just grab, and that is some good defense.
Yeah. Went the whole possession without fouling until the loose ball occurred. Just very aggressive. And you love to see it as they still up by 22 points.
Now, Ilani Bennett does check out, and I believe that's Zaire Harrell that just checked in. Marissa Frost at the line shooting 2. First one in as it goes down to a 21-point game. Second one. Rolls around and out. Rebound does go. Oh no. The rebound goes out to Funmia Mode, but oh man. Both of them landed very hard.
Very, very uncomfortably.
And I think 22, that would be Avery Conan, who is one of the starters for the Bison. She banged her head on the court. And that doesn't gotta feel good.
Nah.
Now, Amode also landed hard, but she was the one who caused it. Kaya Ponder is checking in for the Roos. Someone else we haven't talked a whole lot about because she doesn't really get that many minutes.
Kind of like the same situation with the men's with Kasheen Brady and Hall checking in. You like to see those bodies just going and giving valuable minutes. As they called a foul on the Roos.
Tamia Ugas picks up another foul. That will be her third, which is not good considering both she and Kelby Bannerman both have 3 now.
And we talked about that earlier. We were kind of hoping they would stay out of that foul trouble situation.
Free throw is good. 20-point game. Second one again, no good. Rebound to Mia Ugas. This time the rebound does not cause what could have easily been an injury.
It could have been. Luckily, both players are healthy and still playing.
Here is Kaya Ponder going inside, puts up a nice little shot, rolls off the rim though, and into the arms of Frost. Now, as much as I'm a Roos fan, Amode, you gotta not do that. That is a dangerous play as the lead is cut to only 18.
Roos still controlling the game. Just under 33 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Here is Contreras with the ball top of the key. Goes inside, passes into Zaire Harrell, and there's a foul called.
Another foul call. You would like to see at least it's being called evenly, as there's 5 on the Roos, 3 on the Bison.
Contreras will be, they are inbounding. Was not a shooting foul. Contreras now has the ball, though, after the inbound, and puts up a 3. No. Here's Frost charging down the court for the Bison. Out to Lenz. Lenz puts up 2. Much better quarter here for the Bison.
Much better. As some momentum covers their ways, the crowd tries to get it into it, cutting the lead.
There are a lot more Bison fans here than there are Roos. Not only are there not many Roos fans, but they're certainly not making the trip here to
Sioux Falls.
It was tough enough for us.
A turnover for the Roos as they push in
Lisa Thomas collapses but gets back up. 3-point shot, no good for the Bison. Another 2 goes in for them. As momentum is shifting, Titus.
6-0 run for the Bison as the Roos call a timeout, getting this crowd hype for it, getting this team some confidence, and cutting the lead to 14 as they lead 48-34. Zach, what do you think?
I'm thinking that Deanna Jackson-Durette's got to, as Kelby Bannerman looks to check in.
Yes, she does.
Deanna Jackson-Durette's got to rally the troops. There is a quote that I will never forget from Zaire Harrell in the post game of one of the games we covered, saying, "Coach gathered us around after halftime. She told us, 'I believe in you sometimes more than you believe in yourselves.'" And to me, that resonates.
Oh yeah,
that's a strong statement.
Heart and passion for the game.
So, thank you, sir. I believe that's what her message is going to be here. You just got to wrap it back up. You got to put a nice little bow tie on this game. I'm still surprised. I'm looking here at the stats for this media timeout. Technically, we should be on break. I think we're late enough in the media timeout now where it doesn't even matter. She's got 14 points, Alani does. She still needs 2 rebounds in the next 11 minutes and 21 seconds to get that double-double. But she's drawn 6 fouls. She's getting those fouls called.
She is. She's being very aggressive from the beginning of the tip-off. Not only pump faking and going back up, but crashing the board, Zach. Offensive and defensive, she's just being dominant and making the impact she can make. It's not always scoring or assisting, but doing your role that you've been recruited to do at the Division I level.
Here's the trouble the Roos are facing now, though. The Roos have not scored a bucket, not a single point, in the last 2:18.
And that's why they're on a 8-0 run. The Bison are over the last minute and 49 seconds.
Roos got to wrap this one up fast. And Kelby Bannerman does check back in. It will be And a rather interesting lineup. Neither of the Bennetts are in. It's Bannerman, Kaya Ponder, Elena Contreras, Lisa Thomas, and Ana Olivia Diaz.
And these last minute and 30 seconds are huge for the fourth quarter, Zach, going into it, because you don't want to give the Bison any more momentum than they already have.
It's absolutely right. What's Elena going to do?
Just let her cook. Don't shoot. Don't settle for the three, but go to her craft of the mid-range and work out from there, as she's being doubled at the moment.
Lisa goes inside, loses the ball. Kaya Ponder gets it. Elena thought about a three, no shot. Takes the mid-range, rattles in and out. Ball goes actually off of the Bison. I thought that went off of Diaz, but
it was off number 2
with the Roos.
Abby Jaipur got her hands on it.
20 left on the shot clock.
Good shot by Elena. She didn't settle for the three. Pump fake, got to the mid-range and pull up, just in and out. Tough miss for him.
Bannerman with the ball now. She puts up a shot and it goes in. Now, I will say that I accidentally added some points to the Bison score there, but I just corrected it a little bit. The correct score is 50-34.
Kelly Bannerman with a rejection-like style, sending it to the next stand. As Lisa Thomas settles up the offense for the Roos.
Just corrected that score on our scoreboard, so thank you for your patience. Elena takes a long two that goes out of bounds off the Roos. Possession goes to the Bison.
A little bit of a forced shot as she didn't hit the rim. But you like her shooting those shots.
10 seconds remain in this third quarter as it nearly gets stolen by Diaz as Lenz goes to the rim, puts up a shot and one. With 3.4 seconds left, Lenz will be taking a free throw for an old-fashioned three.
Look at that replay there. There was very minimal contact on that and one foul call.
Looks like I missed that replay a little bit, but Lenz here shooting her extra point, and it rattles in. So the Roos are up by 13, 50-37, as the buzzer sounds on the third quarter. So any final thoughts on this third quarter before we go to break?
Good third quarter. Fourth quarter, you have to bring the intensity, come back in that press, and finish out strong as they have a 13-point lead.
They won that third quarter by 8, but there's a reason why a fourth is played. We'll be right back for that, right after this. Back here with you from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm Zach Gunter, joined by Titus Holmes And we're taking a look here at the third quarter box score. And one thing I noticed is while the Roos are 6 of 11 from the free throw line, the Bison are under 50%, only 7 of 16. But as fourth quarter action starts, there are 10 minutes left in this game. One of these two teams will see the end of their season.
And they will, Zach. And missing those free throws for the Bisons really hurts because instead of it being a double digit, as Kelby Bannerman gets the block.
I think they actually called a foul.
Really? It's a bad call. But instead of being a double digit game, it'd be single digits, making it more achievable to come back.
Did they? I think they're looking to see if it was a foul now. I can't tell what's going on. I ain't gonna lie.
It's just some discussion by the refs. I think they're headed to the replay center to really check it out.
Wonder what they're looking at, because to me that seemed like a pretty clean block.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Now that said, once again, the refs are a whole lot closer to the play than you and I. But this is the closest we've been to the court ever.
We are literally courtside. So we got a pretty good view of the game for you guys.
And I will say, the Summit League has done a phenomenal job with this event. Looks like we're at a media timeout, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Back with you here after this media timeout. Still not entirely sure what they called, but we'll find out.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
It looks as though, you know what? I can't tell.
Bison ball.
Bison ball, but was it a foul?
It was a block.
All right, well, regardless, there's two more, and it's an 11-point game for the Roos. Two more for the Bison, 11-point game for the Roos.
The shortest deficit has been for the Bison since the first quarter.
Yes, sir. There's Contreras with the ball. Going inside, passes out to Amani Bennett. Amani puts up a three, no. Rebound by Alani, only one more for a double-double. She gets fouled on a shooting foul.
Crashing the boards all night long, doing her job, really keeping the lead for the Roos single-handedly.
I need to find out if Amani's ever had a double-double before, and I don't know if I'll be able to find that one out.
I wouldn't be surprised if she has. The talent and the caliber player she is. As she's
one more point for the Roos.
Free throw. Roos lead 51-39.
Now, I was telling you before this game that I thought it was going to be a defensive battle. Turns out I was right. Second free throw is good.
You were, and it started in the post. It started in the paint with Kelby and Tamia really asserting their dominance early. And it really set the tone for the whole game, Zach.
We got Krzyzewski running down the court, now out to Draper. Draper charging in. Wants to put up a shot. Puts it up, and it's good.
Literally charged in. Didn't even think about taking the shot. Just went in, pump faked, pivoted. Basket's good.
Lisa Thomas guiding the offense. Passes out to Elena Contreras. Back to Lisa. Kelby Bannerman's with the ball now. Back out to Thomas. Inside to Alani Bennett puts up another 2 points for the Roos.
These are clutch baskets as the Bisons are just desperately seeking multiple stops.
54-41. This has been absolute domination from start to finish. Draper with the ball going inside, wants to put up another one. Too strong. Rebound, Imani Bennett. She's got her double-double, Titus.
Double-double watch.
Lisa Thomas going out to Contreras. Nice screen there by Bannerman. Oh, foul on foul by the Bison on Contreras.
Like the aggressive take as she dribbled, heroed 1-2 through the defenders, went up, drew the contact.
10 rebounds, 18 points for Alani Bennett. She has her double-double. 7 of 8 from the field.
Terrific game for her.
Contreras shooting 2. First one, in. She has a chance to break 10 points here, which here in the fourth quarter, that's surprising to say.
It is for her skill set.
Second one's in. 10 points for Elena Contreras.
But all that matters is that lead as they get it back up to 15 with 56-41.
Yes,
just under 8 minutes left to go in this game.
Molly Lenz with the ball right now for the Bison. Bison go in. Lenz passes out to Stern. Stern goes in, puts up a shot, and drains it.
You can see the Bison are being more aggressive on the offensive end, really seeing the season dwindle down.
Thomas now. Thomas out to Imani Bennett, into Tamia Ugas. Ugas out to Bennett. Imani looking, finds Ilani, puts up a shot too hard off the backboard. Now we got Frost charging in. Frost looking for a shot, can't find it. Gets tied up, jump ball, possession Roos.
Great defense by Alina to just slide her feet, move over, and grab the ball. Jump ball, Roos ball.
Oh man, the band is loving this one. And to be honest, so am I, Titus.
And that's good, considering on the heartbreak you have to deal with the men's side of the ball.
Hey, they got one win for me before graduation.
There you go. Special win, highlight of the season, if you ask me.
Hey, that was a good one.
Good.
Great from start to finish.
Yep, just like this one.
Lisa Thomas. Out to Elena Contreras. Contreras thought about it, didn't take it. Passes out to Imani Bennett. Imani, no. That was 11-on-11 violence there. Kelby Bannerman against Claire Stern. Bison fighting for every bit that they can get left, as there is a layup bounced off by Avery Conan. As Claire Stern fouls Kelby Bannerman. Bannerman looking for 12th and 13th points as Conan picks up a 4th. Bannerman will actually not shoot those free throws because, well,
illegal screen called on the Roos by 11 Kelly.
Kelby picks up her 4th. So Kelby will likely finish out the day, maybe coming back in with a minute and a half or so left if they need it. But she's got 4 fouls and 11 points. There's Marissa Frost putting up 2.
Cutting this lead down to 11.
See what the Roos can do here in these last 6:15.
I think it's Alina Contreras' time.
It's been Elena Contreras' time. She needs to get those points. She needs to get those points up. 10 on a day is not conducive for her. There is a block out of bounds by Avery Conan there. Conan needs to be careful lest she pick up her 5th.
She does.
And there is another block by Conan. Frost tries to pass it out to another Bison, but it throws it out of bounds.
Bison really self-sabotaging themselves, giving plenty of opportunities to cut the lead to 10, under 10, and you turn the ball over. It's been that type of night for the Bison.
Yes, sir, it has been. Here's Lisa Thomas yet again. Out to Elena Contreras. Contreras trying to orchestrate the offense. Let's see what she does here. Tries to go inside, loses the ball, gets it back. Passes it way out to Lisa. Lisa takes a long two, so it's not, there's another rebound there by Ilani Bennett. Passes inside by Lisa, and Tamia takes a tumble. Now, I was telling you earlier, if I see Lisa Thomas take a three-point shot, I'm going to be really mad.
You did say
that. But that was barely not a three-point shot, so I'm still good.
Okay.
That is the Bison fourth foul. Elena inbounds it to Lisa. Lisa out to Imani Bennett. Imani back out to Thomas, into Tamia. Tamia looking, no, back out to Thomas. Wide open three-point shot, no good for Imani Bennett, as there is a foul on Ilani. That is Ilani's fourth foul. Was that actually on Tamia?
It was.
So that was on Tamia, which the number's still right. That was Tamia's fourth. Roos got to be real careful here with both their bigs at 4.
Really careful as the foul calling is getting very aggressive here in this fourth quarter from under 5 minutes left to go. Hopefully the refs can let the players dictate the game and not their whistles.
Elena Contreras picks up her second. We will not be going to a media timeout quite yet, even though there are under 5. Inbound by the Bison is successful. Shot put up, no good. Jump ball will be called here, I think. Yes, sir. Bison will retain possession. Marissa Frost to inbound the ball. Does so, but it gets tipped out of bounds. Again, Bison ball. There was a sequence like this early in the first quarter, too, where it just felt like Bison ball. But I think right now the Roos can get their stop. Again, it's Bison ball.
I'm telling you, they're not letting anything easy happen for them. Kansas City really implementing what defense means to them in these big games in the tournament. Still aggressive defense.
The inbound is finally successful by the Bison. Here's Marissa Frost with the ball. Krishwinski back out to Frost as Conan takes a long three, no good, but points are scored 2 by Claire Stern.
As the Bison cut the lead to under 10 with under 4:30 to go in this game. The crowd back in it, showing some life.
All right, Elena, it's your time. Lisa goes in, passes out to Imani Bennett. No, drains that three.
Bounces in, clutch bucket.
How did that go in?
They cut a 6-0 run by the Bison to increase that lead back up to 12 for the Roos.
That three was probably the least three-like three I've ever seen.
I agree. I thought it was short too, but bounced in. Shooter's touch, they call that, Zach.
Marissa Frost looking for a shot, gets fouled. Elena Contreras picks up her third. So that'll be the 4th foul on the Roos in this quarter. Both teams, their next foul puts the other team in the bonus.
It's going to be a long 3 minutes and 50 seconds, Zach.
Yes, sir, I think it will be.
As the Roos fight to go on to the next round, while the Bisons fight to not get their season ended tonight.
Both teams are fighting for their lives here. What will the result be? We're very excited to find out. As Marissa Frost looks, thinks, she's running it, passes into Conan. Conan, no, rebound by Ilani Bennett.
Conan been struggling all game long with some easy lays.
Foul called on Molly Lenz, I believe. Yes, it would be Molly Lenz. That is Lynn's 4th foul, and that puts the Roos in the bonus. So from here on out, they're shooting 2.
Let's see how it goes.
Lisa Thomas at the line shooting 2. First one, no good. She is a 76.5% free throw shooter. We mentioned that earlier. And currently, she is 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
You need your point guards to make shots in these moments. Primary ball handler as well.
Second bounces in. So it is a 13-point game, 60-47. What can the Bison do in these next 3:25?
They have to stop forcing shots in the paint. Like realistically, they do a lot of dribble penetration to kick outs for the 3 like they just did now.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're kind of ignoring you, by the way. There's a bucket scored by the Bison. This is going to be a very back and forth last 3 minutes, I believe.
Very much so. As the Roos still have an 11-point lead.
Lisa Thomas looking to get in, but passes out to Elena Contreras, then to Imani Bennett. Bennett loses the ball, gets it back out to Lisa Thomas, and now with 15 on the shot clock, Contreras can drain a little bit off. 2:45 left in the game. Nearly a backcourt violation there. But there was a timeout called by Deanna Jackson Durrett. I think we can take a breather now. I think we're going to a media. Gonna wait just a second to confirm that. I believe we are. Regardless, we'll be right back to KC timeout, not media, but we're still gonna take a, never mind. No, we're gonna stick here because the buzzer just sounded, so we can breathe just a bit. We got 30 seconds to breathe. I'm surprised there was no media timeout in this. Well, there was a media timeout in this quarter, but it was like literally 10 seconds into it. Probably got some tired legs out there, got some tired lungs right here. Kelby Bannerman back in the game. Kelby's got the ball, shoots a 3 off the back of the iron, rebounded by who else? Lonnie Bennett loses the ball. Lonnie gets it out, stolen actually by Marissa Frost, puts up the ball and gets fouled on the way up. No!
They call it a jump ball.
They call it a jump ball!
And the crowd is not liking that call.
Wow!
They're possession Roos.
I can't say I'm complaining, I'm just shocked.
I am too. So is this crowd.
Yeah, no, those Bison fans that are sitting there on the other side of the arena as us, they were pretty upset by that. Ooh, now that's a foul.
Yeah.
So again, Elisa Thomas is going to be at the line, shooting 2. She is currently shooting 33.3% from the line today.
Elena Bennett with 18 points and 13 rebounds. What a dominant performance by her tonight, leading all scorers and leading all rebounders.
First shot, nothing but net. 61-49, you're looking at a 12-point game here with 2:16 left. This is really interesting, Titus.
Doesn't get better than this, especially in March.
This is, in fact, March. She increases that lead to 13. A few new bodies coming in. Don't believe anybody new for the Roos, but a couple new bodies for the Bison. Frost inbounds the ball to Lenz. Lenz coming back in with 4 fouls, I believe. I think they just believe they need her right now. Well, she drains a mid-range right there.
Very tough shot.
That's only her 7th points of the game. Oh, double dribble called against Lisa Thomas.
Very, very, very questionable call. I didn't see it, but maybe it was a makeup call by the ref as she did give the Roos a jump ball.
That was, I mean, Lisa was in insane disbelief there. Frost now with the ball after the Bison inbound. As Lisa nearly steals that, it's going to stay with the Bison as it goes out of bounds.
With under 2 minutes left to go, the Roos still have an 11-point advantage, so it's going to take a lot of the Bison.
Tamia wants to check in, and they're letting her check in. They're taking out Bannerman here.
Great coaching by Tamia. Oh, the Roos go to a timeout, I believe. Looks like another 30-second.
Yeah, I'm thinking this one's also a 30. But I won't lie, my throat's kind of feeling it after 3 straight days of calling games. Luckily this time, we got water.
We do have
that
water
first game against Oral Roberts that we were calling, we expected there to be water out here and didn't have it, so that was kind of rough. All right, Titus, what are you thinking? There are 2 players on North Dakota State right now that have 2 fouls out there, Avery Conan and Molly Lenz. You try to get them out?
Yes.
I mean, combined, they only have 17 points, but combined, the Bison only have 51. So, you know, that's a good chunk of their points. Now, reminder, we are going to have to rush to the media availability after this, because winners do go first. They got that wrong the first day. So I'm going to pack this up real quick, get us out of here. We will not have any sort of post-game show when that buzzer goes off. We are going to be like, here's the final. Thank you for listening.
Pretty much.
I'll give you a chance for a few last thoughts, but
sounds good.
Other than that, we got to get out of here. Roos to inbound the ball. That's Ilani standing there to inbound. Does so to Elena. Elena with the ball right now, charging down the court. Gets trapped yet again. Passes out to, somehow gets it to Ilani Bennett. Passes out to Imani into Ilani. Ilani puts up a good 2-point shot.
Great ball moving by the Roos to be patient and not force any shots, but just wait till the open one was open.
And there is another block by the Roos. Molly Lynn's taking a 3 and drains it.
Cutting the lead down to 10, but it may be too little too late as Contreras breaks the half-court press all by herself.
As we were saying all last night, there's another jump ball called, this time possession in DSU. I can't disagree with that call, though.
I can't either. That was way more clear than the last one.
Now, as you kept saying last night, game ain't over until the buzzer hits 0.
Until that clock hits 0.
Until that clock hits 0.
Heading to another timeout.
To me, UGAS is checking in. North Dakota State is 3 of their last 3, though, as you were saying, it may be too little too late. This time it is a 30-second timeout. We are going to stick here. So, minute 15. They do have a shot. They just got to get points and get stops.
And fast. Multiple stops. You can't get one stop and then give up a layup and then get another stop. You need stops on stops on stops to even give yourself a chance to decrease this lead. Once you get it to 5, it's a manageable deficit to overcome. But anything past 10, you can't trade buckets.
Abby Krashwinski inbounds the ball to Marissa Frost. Frost going down the court. You got to get points. You got to get them fast here for NDSU. Molly Lenz goes up, gets that, does not get the 3. And at this point, Molly Lenz taking another 3, missed the first one, drains the second.
Cutting the lead to 7.
Cutting the lead to 7, 56.4 left. I believe that Kansas City's taking a timeout here. And Deanna Jackson-Durrett is unhappy.
She does, and I don't blame her because that was a big 3. An awful rebound as well. It cuts the lead to under 10 with under a minute left to go. So it just slows down the variables of the time, Zach.
Something's got to happen here for the Roos if they want to stay alive. Now, they are still up 7, 56.4 left, but they got to get a bucket here. They got to keep extending that lead.
They do. And what else do you think needs to happen?
What's that?
What else do you think needs to happen?
Well, I think Elena needs to wake up. 10 points tonight, simply not enough. Her and Bennett, somehow only 20 points combined. Usually they combine for somewhere around 30, even 40 points between the two of them.
Elena Bennett making up a huge chunk of it with 20 points herself.
Yeah, no, Imani Bennett, 20 points from her. 8 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, a solid double-double. As they get the ball out to Lisa here. You try to drain any clock, or you try to get a bucket?
That's a great question. I think you try to get a bucket as they foul.
They foul Elena Contreras. She will get a shot for a 12th point. Now, looking at Elena's stats on the season, she shot 76.4% from the free throw line. Free throw shooting is not one of the strengths of this team. But she does make the first one. 65-57, 8-point game. Makes the second as well. 46.3 seconds on the clock. And you're looking at a 9-point game here. Just over 3/4 of a minute left. I don't know what to think here. Timeouts keep getting used. This time it was by NDSU.
Only thing I can think is win or go home.
It is win or go home. And honestly, this might be a little bit of an upset here if Kansas City wins. It's a 6 seed against a 3.
It would be, but you shouldn't expect anything different from this Kansas City team. They've been resilient and doubted all year long with good wins against higher seed team like St. Thomas at the Sweeney Center. You should expect these games from the Roos as they put into practice what they learned.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Roos were picked to finish either 8th or 9th in the conference.
And look at where they are right now. Upsetting.
Granted, they
the
were still in the bottom
3 seed.
half, but that's still good. I mean, this win would be a solid, as there is a 3-point shot there by Molly Lenz that misses, and the Roos rebound, get it out to Kelby Bannerman. Bannerman does not go for the shot. Instead, they're trying to play keep away, break this down as much as they possibly can, as there is another foul, this time by Abby Kruszwinski against Elena Contreras. This would be an explanation point to the Roos season.
Some of the Bison players' faces looking a little disbelief, especially on the bench right now. A little discombobulated, not really understanding the essence that their season might be over.
It's always tough when your season ends.
Always. No more hoops.
Now, I will say, the Roos, there is a conversation happening right now between some officials. I think they're looking at something. I'm not sure what. Everything there looked clean.
It did.
Now, I will say what I was saying here. The Bison have outscored the Roos 39-27 here in the second half of the game, in the back 2 quarters. But when you're in a deficit of 21, that's just not enough at half.
It's not. And you can't put yourself in predicaments like that on the biggest stage of the Summit League conference play.
The Bison have allowed more than their season average in this game. They allow 65.6 points per game in the regular season. They've given up 66, which granted that's 0.4 points, come on. But they average 71 points per game in scoring offense, while the Roos typically allow 72.5. The Roos have played out of their minds on defense today.
And they have. That's what you would expect when they have 6-day period to prepare for games like this, like you were saying earlier in the game. Preparation shows on the court tonight for the Roos.
The officials are still looking at the monitor for something here. Taking a little bit longer than I would personally like.
Me as well.
I'm just trying to get this game over with. I'm trying to celebrate a dub here.
Yeah, exactly, and it's almost over. 30 seconds away from a dub, from a win. I don't blame the adrenaline.
It is also technically an extra timeout for the Bison.
A long
it's a
one
free
at
timeout.
that. Very extended one.
From what I can tell, that was just a foul by the Bison on Contreras.
I know. I wonder what they are reviewing.
One official steps away for another to enter. And I know that this seems a little boring for anybody listening, but we don't really have anything to say right now. There's nothing to talk about. It's just, I mean, there's no action going on in the game, nothing.
Right now, the bands are chanting against each other. North Dakota State versus UMKC.
I do appreciate all 5 of you who are listening right now.
Battle of the bands right now.
Battle of the bands. I mean, sincerely, we appreciate you all listening in.
Sincerely.
I believe we had about 16 concurrent viewers last night, which is pretty nice.
If you guys don't mind, comment down below. What do you think about Zach and Titus commentating for your Roos? We appreciate you guys.
It's got to be one of my
with us.
last games here. At some point, it's all coming to an end.
We appreciate your hard work and dedication, Zach.
Hopefully, though, this 9-point lead for the Roos does not turn into my last game ever.
I don't think it will. Too much momentum, too much good game, and not enough time for the Bisons to make a comeback.
Let's take a look at some team highs. Now, the team high and game high in points is Alani Bennett with 20. All right, the refs have broken the huddle. They're talking to Deanna Jackson-Durrett right now as Bison head coach Jory Collins goes over as well. Looks like they have decided something. I don't know what they have decided, but it is, in fact, something.
We'll stay tuned.
All right, let's go back to these team highs. Team high in rebounds and also game high in rebounds is, again, Alani Bennett with 13. And assists, game high as well, is Lisa Thomas with 4. For NDSU, team high is 13 points by Molly Lenz. Abby Draper leads the team with 8 rebounds, and Claire Stern with 3 assists. Oh, they seem to have called a technical here. As Elena Contreras scores the first one. And the second free throw as well.
Clutch.
Titus, what did you see there?
I can't even remember. The timeout was so long. All I know is Elena knocks down 2 clutch free throws to extend the lead to 11 points.
Wait.
Like a double technical, looks like. I'm actually lost as well.
I'm confused, man. As Molly Lenz does not knock down the first. It is an 11-point game, 68-57, and I'm speechless. I ain't got nothing.
Ball doesn't lie, though, I'll tell you that much.
You are correct. Ball does not lie, as they only get 1 of those 2 free throws.
It is Bison ball left with 30 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Alani Bennett has some enthusiasm there trying to break that, as the ball was out of bounds on Molly Lenz, and it is Rue ball. I'm still confused, but I'm going to try to keep going, as there's nearly a steal, and technically, you call that a steal. This ball goes out of bounds. Possession goes to the Bison off of that inbound. I don't know if I'd be chanting goodbye quite yet.
Yeah, it's pretty early, but I see why.
There's Molly Lenz, who tries to shoot another mid-ranger, and there's a foul called against the Roos. There is still time, technically, for the Bison to come back in this one.
Technically, but realistically, he's going to take a lot of miracles.
Hey, that double technical was a miracle in and of itself.
It was, because that was unexpected.
I wasn't sure what they were looking at. I don't know what they were looking at.
Or what the foul call was even about.
To me, it just looked like a Bison player just kind of touched Elena and fouled, but, you know.
The story of this game, though, should definitely be about the free throw. The Bison are shooting under 50% from the free throw line.
They are currently shooting 44.4%, even less than that because I don't believe the score bug is updated yet.
8 for 20 as she just missed the last 2 free throws. That, as they're down 10 points, they've left 10 points on the, at least 10 points on the board for missing their free throws.
They just called timeout? Or the ref's looking at something again. Dude, I don't know what's going on. This has been the longest last minute and a half of a game I've ever
that
seen.
That last 33 minutes and 50 seconds is going to be long.
I think that our photographer, Brenna, is texting me about something, but I don't know. No, she ain't. She's just on her phone. Fair enough. Me too.
As the refs are right in front of us discussing the inbounds.
I can't hear anything, so I'm not even going to try to listen. All right, so it is, in fact, a KC timeout. Kansas City's up 10 points, 68-58, with 21.1 seconds left. The game isn't over until the clock strikes 0.
That is very true.
However, I am feeling confident.
I am too. It's about a, I don't want to jinx anything. Yeah, very confident we're going to win is all I can say about today.
As Kelby Bannerman is set to inbound the ball for the Roos. Does so successfully to Ilani Bennett. Ilani almost loses the ball, but gets fouled. Abby Kruszwinski picks up another foul. That is going to be her 5th. She is out of the game. As Molly Lenz checks back in place of, yeah, I didn't think so. There was a little bit of confusion on the Bison bench there, but no, she does check in place of Kruszwinski. Is that Lonnie Bennett is at the line shooting 2.
Can't stress it enough. As she misses the first one, she's made a complete impact on this game.
She has made an impact on this game, but this is where she struggles. She shoots 24.2 from the line. As she misses both. As Bannerman came down with a rebound, as they call it jump ball now, possession does go to the Roos. Bannerman lost possession, but, oh, that's rough. The band right now is chanting maybe next year.
As a sports fan, it doesn't get any worse than that, especially as a sports player. You put it all, work all year long for 6 months, even including the summertime, and just for your season to come into a band screaming maybe next year, man, that really gets your skin boiling.
That's got to hurt.
I mean,
I see basketball as it's Bison ball, actually. I see basketball as a game of respect. I see all sports as a game of respect. Now, there's always going to be that little disrespectful 5 seconds left on the clock. 1-0, no shot. Your Kansas City Roos come up with a massive upset. The 6 seed over the 3 seed, 68-58. We're feeling good here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Jalen, what do you got? Titus, what do you got for me?
A great win for the Roos. Way to come out here, compete, and prepare yourselves for situation in these games like these. We're excited to see you as to keep our seasons alive, and we can continue broadcasting for you guys.
That's true. Tomorrow, the Kansas City Roos will take on, as they are so thrilled over there, they will take on the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles at about 2:30 p.m. We may be a little early, we may be a little late. Just depends on when the first game ends. And it is a celebration on the court for the Roos. Thank you all for tuning in. We got to get over to media. We'll be here tomorrow. Keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you then.